right. I'll check when get back to you in a second. Looks right.
Okay, I'll probably start anyway. Let me know, Karen. I'll wait another second.
You're good to go.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to take over the screen. So I want to wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom. Just because Hanukkah has ended, well, as the sun said, Hanukkah ended, I think we all have that Hanukkah spirit still in our hearts. So we're going to bring some of that Hanukkah joy, some of that Hanukkah happiness into tonight's Shabbat service. And we have so much going on tonight. We are honored to have Assemblyperson Jesse Gabriel join us. He'll be speaking in a few minutes. We always love having him. He is really part of our community. And of course, the highlight of this evening, sorry, Jesse, is that we will be honoring Anna Yaghoobia, who has been with us for 16 years, working in our ECC, starting as a substitute teacher and working her way up to head of school. We really want to honor her because she has done so much for our community. So you'll be hearing more about her later on this evening. So I'm going to kick it right off, or kick it right back to Cantor, who is going to warm up our souls and our spirits with Shalom Aleichem. And if you have a prayer book, we are on page 142. If you'd like to download the free prayer book, I'm guessing Karen, with the next minute or two, will throw it up in the chat window. But please, I recommend that everyone buy a prayer book. It's only $10. It's cheap. Just go to Amazon and you'll be able to follow us every week. We don't want to share screens. It's so much easier having your own book. So we turn to 142 for Shalom Aleichem, a prayer about angels, how angels come into our lives. They bless us each Shabbat, and then they go on to the next house. Cantor, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Oy, 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 mi melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Oy, 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 mi melech, malachei amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leshalom, malachei shalom. HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Rabbi John, am I up? Okay, great. Sorry. Just the internet broke up a little bit for me there. Hi, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. So tonight, I'm really thrilled to see a number of our religious school families join us to honor our dear Anna. It's just wonderful to see us all here together. And as a way of introducing what we're going to do next, the first thing I want to note is that in the Reform world, we believe in both tradition and innovation. So I like to invite all of our religious school students that have one on hand to please hold up the Lego Hanukkahs that you made this past Monday. Go ahead and go and grab them right now and show them on the screen. I've got a sample right here. There you go, still fresh from our workshop here. Again, tradition and innovation at its finest. I'm gonna highlight, let's see. This is from the Delesios, excellent samples here. Joshua, here you go. Gonna add you here, excellent. Hopefully I'm not missing any ones. Wonderful. So, we had a lot of fun doing that workshop. And the other thing that we've been up to in religious school is creating a song to celebrate the holiday of Hanukkah. You might know it as O Hanukkah. Originally, it was Oi Hanukkah, Oi Hanukkah. And it's a melody that's brought joy to Jews, young and old, for many decades. And our religious school students would like to share with you tonight, not in the Yiddish, but actually in the Hebrew and the English. And we hope that it brings you some real joy to finish out this beautiful 8-day holiday of Hanukkah. So here is that melody tonight. And if anything happens with the technology, just let me know in the chat. Here we go.
חנוכת מקדשנו, בגילו ושמחה, ממלאים את ליבנו, לילה ביום סביבוננו, סוף גניות נאכל גם לרוב, העירו, הדליקו, נרות חנוכה רבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Everyone to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Everyone to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam, and thank you to our religious school students. What a wonderful, wonderful job you all did. We're now going to continue with L'chad Odi, found on page 138. L'chad Odi is a song where we invite Shabbat in the form of a bride into our lives. And we say, come, join us for 24 hours. Give us peace, give us joy, give us happiness. Be present with us. And so I'm going to kick it back to the Cantor, who is going to lead us in L'chad Odi, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. We'll be rising on the last verse and facing the doorway. Cantor.
L'chad Odi לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. l'chad אותי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נשואה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת Let's continue. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Please rise, and if you are able, face the door. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
So I don't know if everyone else is having difficulties tonight, but I keep seeming to have difficulties. So I apologize for that. I think it's a Zoom issue because the service just shut me down completely and kicked me out and then signed me in all over again. So hopefully whatever issues we've had, Zoom has worked out. So we're now going to move on to candle lighting. And in a moment, I'm going to ask Anna to light our Shabbat candles. And if she could say a word or two, this is not the moment where she's going to give a big speech, but I'd love for her to say a word or two about her Shabbat candlesticks or Shabbat Shalom to everyone. So I'm going to mute myself. Anna, if you start speaking, you should appear on screen.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. So when Rabbi John asked me for candlesticks, it wasn't very hard to find the right candlesticks. So here they are. These candlesticks are kind of old, They were given to us, to my husband and I, when we got married, the first year of our marriage, by my aunt who lives in Israel. So they've been a steady fixture in our home during Shabbat and other holidays. Over the years, they've changed colors, they've lost their stones, but we kind of made it our own. We added stones, we did different things to it. So I thought it was just right to have these candlesticks here for us tonight.
Anna, do you have candles for those candlesticks? Can you light them for us?
Of course.
And Cantor, as you're putting them in there and lighting them, you can hear Cantor start singing. So I'm going to mute you, Anna, as she does that. Anna, you turn the camera.
Cantor.
La 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner v'tzivanu lehadlik ner ציוונו להדליק נר של השבת.
Carol Fisher, if you could now make an introduction for us.
Okay. Hi. In 2019, it was my privilege to get to go along with I think about 6 other congregants up to Sacramento for the URJ Lobby Day, where we got to meet with our next guest. He is our assemblyman from the 45th District and was just reelected this last November, and also has been elected to be the chair of the Jewish caucus. He's been a friend to our congregation. Last year, he was at our Hanukkah celebration in person, and we had the opportunity to get to speak there. And hopefully next year we will be in person again. It is my pleasure to introduce Jesse Gabriel.
Thank you, Carol, for that kind introduction, and Shabbat Shalom, everybody. And Carol and Hermit, was so nice to meet you and many others up in Sacramento, and to get acquainted with your congregation. And thank you, Rabbi John and Cantor Noah and Aaron Friedman and everybody for the warm invitation. It's so good to be with you. This is my son Ethan, who's 5, and we got to, and Josh, who's 3, and so we got to spend Hanukkah with you last year. Which was a lot of fun, and we were deeply honored to have my office featured in your play. That was a lot of fun, and we're really, really looking forward to hopefully being able to celebrate with you in person next Hanukkah. The little miracle for our family was that our son Noah was born. Our 3rd son Noah was born a couple months ago during the pandemic. And we felt like Noah was a very appropriate name for a baby born during a global pandemic. But I just wanted to be with you tonight to say Happy Hanukkah and to wish you all well, and also to just say a few words about Anna. I know how much she has meant. Know how much she has meant to your community, and in our tradition, how much we venerate our educators. And Anna, thank you for 16 years of dedicated service to helping teach the next generation about Judaism and all of our traditions. And I was trying to think of a way to connect what you do to Hanukkah. And what came to mind was the shamash, which is the candle that helps all of the other candles to show their light. And I think that that's really the role that our educators play in our community. And I have 2 kids at the ECC in our congregation here in Encino at VBS. And so we're just so grateful for you helping the light to shine for so many little people in our community. And just so grateful for everything you've done. I have a special certificate of commendation for you from the state legislature. I don't have a way to get it to you right now, but when I do, when it's safe and healthy to do so, I will look forward to delivering that to you in person. But I know from talking to Rabbi John how much you have meant to this congregation and how you have poured your heart and soul into the work. And so, on behalf of the state legislature and the people of the West San Fernando Valley, thank you for everything that you have done for our community. We really appreciate it. And to all of you, I hope that you stay safe, that you stay healthy. We're still certainly enjoying the light of Hanukkah over here. We celebrated the traditional 9th night tonight because the boys really wanted to light the candles again. And we hope you take a little bit of the Hanukkah light in this dark period into the new year, and really looking forward to seeing you in a little bit. So stay safe, stay healthy, and good to see you all.
Thank you.
So now I'm going to thank you, Jesse. That was wonderful. And we're so proud to have you here. And we know that your door is always open to us. And our door is always open to you. So thank you for all that you do for our greater community and our Jewish community. It's an honor to have you joining us. So now we're going to do a little bit more prayer because it is Friday night. I'm going to have everyone turn to page 146 for the Baruch Hu. The Baruch Hu is the call to worship. We've been warming up our souls into this moment. So I'd like everyone to please rise if you are able for the Baruch Hu. And I'm going to turn it back to the Cantor.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך, המבורך לעולם ועד. המבורך, המבורך לעולם ועד.
I'd like everyone to please remain standing for the Shema. The Shema speaks about unity. And even as we're scattered over this city and over this country, perhaps, we are still a community that has come together to pray. So we need to reach out to one another with the idea of oneness fully in our hearts, with that idea of connection, the idea that, well, we are not alone. So let's take a moment before we chant the Shema, and let us take a deep breath in. Let us feel our connection to one another. And then breathe out. And another deep breath in and out. And a final breath in and out. Now the cantor will lead us in the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Aved.
You may be seated. As we sit down, let's move our hearts back to a place of joy. Let's think about the Micha Mocha and how joyful the Israelites might have been, or definitely were, when they finally got to that Sea of Reeds and crossed it. I was just talking to a B'nai Mitzvah family about that Torah portion today. And I was saying how, well, we have to take the moments of joy and really honor them because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And the Israelites, they got all the way across that Sea of Reeds and they were happy, even though they didn't know how they were going to find water or food or how many years they were going to wander that desert. They didn't care because they knew at that moment they had something to celebrate. So let's take a moment and let's celebrate like they celebrated. Let's sing the Mi Chamocha. Cantor.
Lai 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 la lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai la lai la lai la lai la 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 lai lai la 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 lai la 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 lai. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות תוסף אלה, נורא תהילות תוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו פניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Lai 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 la lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai la lai la lai la lai la 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 lai lai la 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 lai 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 lai.
So we find ourselves bringing in Shabbat right after Hanukkah. And I think it's just so nice to have Shabbat right after Hanukkah ends so that we have one more holiday to bring light into our lives this week. So let's join in celebrating Shabbat, the song V'Shamru, page 162 at the top.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדותם ברית עולם.
Our thoughts turn now to those who are in need of healing. So if you are aware of anyone in your life who's in need of any type of healing, please do add that name to the chat. And once I announce the names of those in our community that I am aware of who are in need of healing, I will read those names as well. Pamela Abraham, Luis Adhami, Hillel Baldwin, Bert Brooks, Nancy Braun, Bella Kane, Mary McYaffee, Myron and Ruth Crystal, Jackson Dexter, Annette Diamond, Daniela Duenas, Marissa Dupuy, Sadie Finale, Peggy Holm, Denisa Kleiner, Posey Kramer, Stan Lieber, Georgia Levenberg, Joe Luttrell, Ruben Manavi, Jeff McCoy, Chris Nelson, Katya Napom, Joe Norton, Marlene Rapport, Brady Rifkin, Milt Schuffman, Jerry Shapiro, Margarita Silva, Phyllis Stolaroff, Frank Torres family, Larry Turner, Andrea Domi Vargas, Manuel Vargas, Riley Vargas, Renee Weiss, Ed Wire, Morn Yevzarov, Jack Zastro. And I'll read the names in the chat now. Thank you so much for adding these so we're aware of those in our community who need healing. David Berger, the Newman family, Arlene Nyberg, Miles Dietz, Jennifer Summers, Andrea Schlossberg, Steve Cantor, Mike Mallory, Lynn Miller, the Brown family, Hillary Roman, Dave Oren, Herb Shkiar, Elaine Levy, Judy Lukov, Morgan H., Nadia, Jackson Dexter, Rick Weiss, Lori Gershenson, Charlie Getz, Carol Medina. I'd like to also just take a moment to expand our awareness of what healing can look like. At the beginning of the service, we were talking to Dan Roman about the serious problem of hunger in our country. And in preparation for tonight's services, I was reading the Torah portion of Miketz, and it talks about how Joseph, leading Egypt, was wise enough to lead them in saving food for 7 years in order to prepare for the famine that followed 7 years. But the famine wasn't just in Egypt, it was all over the world. And so he opened up Egypt's stores so that all the world could come and have food to make it through that famine. And so we can expand our prayer for healing beyond our own community to all those in need of healing. So as we say every Friday night, we'd like to include all those who are battling COVID-19, all those affected by the pandemic in any way, whether it be through illness or through hunger or any other affliction, as well as all those in our world who are caring for those who are ill. We keep all those names and all those groups in our hearts as we say the Misha Berach and sing that together now on page 371 in the middle with Cantor Noah.
מי מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. מי שברך אמותינו מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with רפואה שלמה, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Wisdom, refuah shlema, full and complete healing. So I'm just curious, on a lighter note, has anyone ever said to you, you know, by the time you finish complaining, we could have been there and back by now? I know I've been told that on more than one occasion. And this familiar line actually appears in our Torah portion, Miketz, this week. As his father Jacob worried about his sons, Judah, his son, who is the ancestor of the Jews, really, he says, we could have been there and back twice if we had not dawdled. The stories and the words of the Torah are so real and human. And tonight, I want to ask, can we use that now for our own spirituality? Can we not only see our experiences in their lives, but incorporate their experiences into ours? Can we imagine the strength of their relationship with God, finding a parallel in our lives too? From their stories, we draw inspiration. Let's turn to the Amidah. You can find it on page 164, I believe. Yes, 164. And please rise with me if you are able. And once Cantor Noah leads us, you'll have a chance for silent prayer, and then you may take your seat.
אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ואלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום, יעללוך הסלע, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Take a moment for silence.
הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה.
So now we move to really the heart of honoring Anna. Yes, Jesse Gabriel said some beautiful words to her. We saw her light our candles, but now we're going to really focus on, well, who she is and what she's accomplished. And when people heard that we were honoring Anna, too many people wanted to speak. We would be here for hours if we allowed everyone who wanted to speak to share their thoughts and comments. So instead, we produced a short video, a video that a number of people are speaking on, but we had the ability to edit them down. So we're going to play this video as a way to introduce Anna to those of you who don't know her, though I think everyone here probably does, and a way to honor her and her many years of accomplishment. So I'm going to share my screen right now.
Anna began her service to us in 2004. I remember shortly after she began as a preschool substitute teacher. And here she is this many years later, worked her way up all the way to director.
Yeah, and we had just moved to the Valley, and we're in a panic to find a preschool for our daughter, Sivan, and went to a couple of places and we're just felt like we were gonna have to settle, and then accidentally stumbled upon Kultika, and I was just blown away. She was the first person that picked up the phone, and just the kindness and everything. You know, we chose the school right away.
Anna, we've known you for about 12 years now. You're one of the first people we met when we joined Kultika. Haley was brought into your class as a 2-year-old, and we just remember that you were always so positive and helpful and taught Haley so much.
We met Anna in around 2014-ish when she was the director at the ECC and Faye joined their preschool program.
We met Anna in 2017 and we started the preschool program, and Darla was only 18 months old. It was summertime and we fell in love with the playground and the program, and especially Anna.
I met Anna June 24th, 2008. I was 9 months pregnant to here. It was Sophie's first day of preschool, and the following day we had Eliza, June 25th.
It was my privilege of meeting Anna 10 years ago when I became the rabbi at Temple Kol Tikva. I immediately saw her potential, well, really to be a great director.
We met Anna in 2014, and you were a tiny guy. You were not even 2 years old. And I remember she gave us a tour around Kol Tikva's early childhood center.
I met Anna back in, I think it was 2013, and it was when I was vice president of education. I had no children in the system, but it was my pleasure to get to see her working with all of the children.
When I first met Anna, she was so warm and so engaging. I connected with her immediately, and the children loved her.
I met Anna when Charlie was 3 years old, and we enrolled her in the ECC at Kol Tikva.
She did everything: administrator, teacher, director, cuddler, you name it. Anna was a woman of all trades.
I'd never heard of the Reggio style before for education. I'd heard of Montessori. I'd actually gone to a Montessori school, and it was not a good experience. So I just happened to hear about Kol Tikva and went there and just loved the idea of letting the children do the things that make them happy.
And Kol Tikva's vision for this beautiful Reggio program, from a dream into a reality. And she created this beautiful space where children thrive and grow into just amazing little people.
Her philosophy was really child-based, play-based. It was about the whole child, not just some little part of the child.
Anna's love of gardening enabled our children to have many experiences working alongside her, planting flowers and vegetables in the garden.
Walking into the atelier I didn't want to leave. I wanted to just stay there and create myself all the time. And it was such a special place. And just like the kids were so blessed to be able to have that in their lives and be able to go in there and just have everything at their fingertips.
So I remember coming into the class to visit on Halloween, and Anna had organized a pumpkin carving for the kids. And what she did was she opened up the pumpkin and got to let the kids stick their hands inside the pumpkin to feel the texture of the inside of the pumpkin, which to me, I think the kids liked more than actually carving the pumpkin.
I remember on the first day of school when I brought Eve, I was, so worried that she was going to cry, and she just connected with Anna right away and her warmth, and she didn't even notice when I disappeared.
My fondest memory of Anna was at family camp. I was so excited that she could experience it with us. It was our first time at family camp with our whole community, all my closest friends, and Anna.
In the very early stages, it was a little difficult for Issa, as it is with young children, to be separated. But Anna made Issa so comfortable.
I remember the day that Millie was born, and instead of running straight to Eliza, I ran straight to Anna. And I completely pushed Eliza into the wall, because the first person I wanted to talk to was Anna, because she was there when Eliza was born. She was there for baby naming, bat mitzvah. She's just always been there.
I was holding my son at a event at the temple, and she just, my son just started giggling. And I turned around and there's Anna.
I remember one day with Anna when they had this guinea pig, Binky Potato, was that his name, Charlie? And somehow Binky got out, and I just remember Anna just freaking out that where was this poor guinea pig? What was she going to tell the kids? I think what Jose found it somewhere, or it was just kind of chilling out in one of the rooms.
My favorite time with her was when we would work in the kitchen during the different holiday celebrations, and whether it was making latkes for Hanukkah or setting up the Seder for Passover. She just always had these beautiful visions and that smile on her face and those plastic gloves on her hands.
Every day he ran up to the stairs to Kol Tikva and was just so happy to be there.
We would get calls from Anna when my boys would be very active and passionate at the ECC, and we would get a call of her helping and guiding us through all of those exciting times.
I just loved every time that she would contact me or let me know after school something crazy that my son did or something silly that he did. And you could just tell that she knew him so well, and that's why what he did was so entertaining.
Being so new to the community and unsure of friendships and new relationships, Kol Tikva became our family. And Anna welcomed us in a way that we will never forget.
I just always think of Anna's kindness and her patience, and I always try to, remember that when things are challenging.
And teaching us or telling us to be kind and patient and always remember, how old Darla is, and as mature as she may act, she's still how old she is. And just always giving the right piece of advice in the right moment when we would go to her and say, hey, we're having this difficulty. And Anna just always seemed to have the right advice.
Anna has the two most important skill sets that every director needs. And what are they? Being creative and being kind.
She gives to the families from her heart. She teaches the children, but I think she also teaches the parents. We will miss her, even though Joshua hasn't been going to school there for a couple of years. We will miss her terribly. She's just one of those people that's always going to stay in my heart for everything she did.
Anna, you know how much I care about you and how we've bonded over the last 10 or 12 years. We're really going to miss you at Kol Tikva.
You what?
You what?
You do?
You love Anna?
Are you sure? Yeah.
It was an honor to have you in my life. It was an honor to have you in Charlie's life. There are no words that I will take you with my heart forever.
You always had a smile on your face, and you're always warm with the kids and the parents.
Anna, I want to thank you as a colleague and as a mother for all the love that you put into not only my children, but all of the children in our ECC community.
Anna, thank you for caring for these three hoodlums over the years. Thank you.
Anna, thank you for always listening to me while I was crying in your office. Thank you so much.
Thank you for always having so much kindness and laughter and for being you. Thank you for always making everything fun. I don't know what to say.
Thank you for education. Thank you for putting up with me. Just thank you.
And thank you for everything, especially saying hi all the time and just everything.
Thank you for being really nice. I'll miss you.
You're forever imprinted on our family, and we wish you the best, but you're always with us.
Well, you've always been nice to me when I was little and now. You've always been sweet and kind, and you always greeted me with warm hugs and smiles. So just thank you for everything.
Thank you for being you.
Thank you, Anna, for always being there for our community, and thank you so much.
Anna, I just want you to know from the bottom of all our hearts, we have just been truly blessed to have have you be a part of our life.
My cherished memories of Issa's being a little one is very much intertwined with my memories of you. And thank you so much for that.
You are a light in the world, and we love you and we miss you so much.
You're the best, Anna. Thank you for everything you did. I love school and I love you.
You're a treasured member of our community. You will always be a treasured member of our community.
1, 2, 3. I miss you, Anna.
Anna, we love you.
Anna, you're fantastic.
Rabbi John, unmute.
Thank you for treasured member of our community. You will always be a treasured member of our community.
1, 2, 3. I miss you, Anna.
Anna, we love you.
Anna, you're fantastic.
We love you, Anna.
Sending you a big Katowski hug.
We love you, Anna. Thank you for everything.
Anna, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you have done for the children of Kol Tikva. You have been a true gift and a true blessing to this community.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. My hat is off, won't you stand up and take a bow? And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, well, you would see the biggest gift would be for me, and the card attached.
Rabbi
John. Rabbi John, thank you for that amazing video that you put together, and thank you all of the families that participated. Anna, I hope you know you are so loved. I met Anna back in 2014, and we worked together for 6 years since. And you know, she's one of these amazing people that they have a vision and they stick to their vision and they make it happen. And you know, one of the biggest lessons that she taught me is that when you feel like you're on the right course, that you need to go with it and trust your gut, and that sometimes people might try to move you in different directions, but if you stick to what you know is right, in the end, you're going to get there. And she did get there. And she created this amazing program that will forever live in the heart of Kol Tikva. So thank you so much. And we would like to present you with a little something to represent our gratitude. So I cannot present it in person, but I presented it in person earlier. And if you can just open up the objects that I dropped off, that would be amazing. I don't know if we can unmute Anna. Oh, can you unmute Anna?
No. So this is what Lindsay dropped off this afternoon, and I am truly, I am truly moved. It's beautiful. Thank you. I am so emotional right now. I can barely talk, so forgive me, please.
Well, it's beautiful, just like you are. And when I saw it, and it just felt like you. So I'm so glad. We're so glad that you like that, and that you saw the beauty in it as well. We have another surprise for you, which is in that big manila envelope that I dropped off. And one of the things I learned about Anna is that her favorite thing to do in the world is to travel, and she has some beautiful travel partners there next to her. I'm sure Aviva is somewhere there. So Anna, for all the vacations you had to miss while helping to build our preschool and committing to us, we'd like to present you with 400,000 Hilton miles. For you guys to take a vacation when all of this madness is over, and know that we love you and we miss you, and you will always have a home here with us. So much love to you.
Thank you, Lindsay. You know me too well, so here it is. Thank you. I do look forward to putting it into good use with my family. Really, I have no words. Thank you. This is so extremely generous, and I am truly moved. Thank you.
Very welcome. So now I'm going to pass it off to you for a few words.
Thank you. So my family is sitting here, right there, and they know I've been struggling to put down my thoughts. And by this afternoon, I even told Lindsay that I'm having a hard time. I have like 27 pieces of paper all over the house with different thoughts and with different words, and I just couldn't put it together. And my kids couldn't understand why, and they kept asking, how hard could it be? And just now, after being involved in the service, listening to your kind words and looking at the video, which I have no idea who put, Rabbi John, I don't know how you put this together. I don't know how you found people. I don't know where you got those pictures. Everyone who was involved, thank you. I almost lost it. So now I think they have a little bit of an idea as to why I couldn't write down anything. I'm truly honored, and I am so moved by the service, the beautiful service, and by all of you, your kind words. For the past 16 years, Temple called Tikva has been my home away from home. It's been my sanctuary, and the ACC specifically has been my passion. I've had the pleasure of getting to know and working with some really amazing people. Rabbi, Cantor, the senior staff, the teaching staff, the religious school and the ACC, the maintenance and security crew, the board members that I've had the pleasure of working with closely and from far are in this group. It's hard to put what I feel in words. It's been an amazing experience working with all of you. I've also had the privilege of meeting special families, making friendships and connections that I will always cherish. As I reflect back on my years, I can't help but smile. This community has brought so much joy to me, to my life, and I will treasure my memories forever. And thanks to you, now I have a video to go back and look at, and it's amazing. Thank you. There's a lot to say. I have a lot to say. 16 years is a long, long time, but I'll try to keep it short. I've been trying to collect my things. I've been having a hard time. As I go to Kol Tikva, it's very quiet at the ECC. sorry, but I've tried to put my things together, and I go from room to room, and every room, every corner has a special memory. Seeing some of the kids' faces tonight, it's just, I mean, I looked at Eliza and Lulu, and I thought of room 2, the frog classroom. I looked at Haley, and I thought of the teddy bears room. I looked at Joshua. Um, it's just, there's just too many memories, and I will treasure them forever. I want to thank Rabbi John for joining the Kol Tikva community about 10 years ago and proposing changes, bringing change. Change is never easy, and we did have a hard time. Our school was wonderful, but the changes that you proposed, I was especially excited about because you were speaking my language. These changes were aligned with what I as an educator hold special. We had a wonderful program, and we made it even better. We created a warm, friendly community rich in Jewish culture and values. A program where children were allowed to be children and learn at their own pace. A place where the process of learning was important and valued, and not the product. So for that, I thank you, Rabbi John. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad you didn't give up. I also thank you for your guidance, for your support, and for supporting my vision, and always encouraging me to think differently and outside of the box. I will never forget the opportunities that you supported me through. Doreen, words cannot describe the amount of appreciation that I have for your support. You were always there, and you were always helpful. Thank you. Cantor Noah, I'm glad to have had the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for bringing your music to the ECC. Samantha, you were always there for me when I needed help, and for that, I am grateful. Lindsay, you were my partner when I took over. Things were really rocky, but you were always there, so I thank you for being available as a parent, as a board member, as a volunteer, even when you didn't have any children at the ECC. It's been a pleasure to getting to know you and your family. Finally, I want to thank the parents and my students, some of whom are grown up now. They're starting college. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your lives. It's been a pleasure to watch all of you grow, and I look forward to watching you blossom and be the amazing people that I know you can be. I also wanted to thank Carol and Rob, and just the temple community. Kol Tikva is a warm and friendly community, and I'm so glad that I was able to find it and be a part of it. I also want to thank my family for always encouraging me to follow what I believe in. Believe me, I have a lot of crazy schemes, and they're always right there supporting me. So thank you. I want to wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom. It's been very emotional, but this has been amazing, and I cannot thank you all enough. And if I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize. I love you all, and I thank you, and I will be coming and visiting. So Shabbat Shalom, and thanks again.
Anna, thank you for those beautiful words. I have to say it has been quite a joy to work with you, especially over the last 5 to 6 years when we were making major transitions. I enjoyed our Tuesday meetings. I enjoyed talking to you, hearing about what you were doing, brainstorming with you, watching you grow. So thank you for being part of the team. The video was an honor to produce because I was able to say, what do we want to say from all these interviews and put it together so that way it could honor you properly. I want you to know the door is always open. If you ever decide that you want to come back to the ECC world, just knock on our door and I promise you, we'll greet you with open arms.
Thank you.
So now Cantor and I want to offer you the priestly benediction. And I'm hoping that Karen Friedman can get us all three on screen at once. I can even try that right now. I'm going to add spotlights. So I'm going to try to add spotlights. Maybe I can't do that right now. Oh, there we go. So now I think we have, if you have the newest Zoom software, you can see all three of us right now. And if not, I'm not sure who you're seeing. So hopefully this is working for most of you. If not, please upgrade your Zoom software. Anna, so we want to offer you the priestly benediction. And we truly mean it. And we say this on behalf of the community to you because we want you to be blessed as you move forward in the world. We want you to know that your soul and your heart has given blessings to all the children who you have interacted with and all the staff and all your teachers. So I am going to mute myself for a minute and I'm going to let the Cantor chant it to you. And then I'm going to do the English afterwards. All right, Cantor.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך. יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך. יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום, וישם לך שלום, שלום שלום שלום.
Anna, may God bless you and keep you. May the light of holiness and of goodness, may it always shine upon you. And may that part of your heart, your very large heart, always shine so bright that it gives blessings to those you know, to those you love, to those that are part of your community. May you always be a blessing everywhere you go, as you've been a blessing to Temple Kol Tikva. And together we say, Amen. And now this is the hard part, because now we have to transition into announcements. So thank you, Anna. And I'm going to kick it back to Lindsay now. Lindsay?
Well, we have a lot of thank yous tonight for this beautiful service. Rabbi John, Cantor Noah, Sam Klein, and Samantha, Karen Friedman, our IT specialist, Assemblyman Jesse Gabriel, thank you so much. And everyone that took part in sending pictures and videos and memories of Anna for that beautiful tribute. Thank you so much. And Anna, thank you one more time just for everything you've done for our community. We love you. There's some upcoming events that we want to let you know about. For the next couple weeks, the temple will be quiet, but Torah study will resume on January 11th. Sam Klein will be starting his adult ed class titled Ethical Dilemmas on Monday evening, January 4th. On Sunday, the 10th of January, our Intro to Judaism class starts. And save the evening of January 24th for our annual poker tournament, which will be online this year. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And information on all the programming is on the website and will be sent out in our weekly emails. We'll be clearing the Mishperak list after the first of the year, so please let Jessica at the office know if someone you would like to stay on. And finally, this week's tzedakah is the West Valley Food Pantry, so please go to kotikva.org/donate and click the drop-down tzedakah box to donate. 1 in every 5 families in Los Angeles are food insecure. Please give generously. We'll use the same Zoom link as tonight for our next Shabbat. We look forward to seeing everybody, and please stay after the service for our virtual oneg. Shabbat Shalom.
We now move on to the mourner's Kaddish. We think about those who have passed recently and those who passed during this season in years that have already passed by us. We take a moment and we remember. We begin with our recently departed. We remember Lorne Lundquist, remembered by the Lundquist and De Alessio families. Les Morris, remembered by the Morris, Howard, and Medina families. Rosa Gershfeld, remembered by the Litvak and Gershfeld families. Lee Chutko, remembered by the Hanisch, Chutko, and Baldwin families. Marilyn Mars, remembered by the Falkowitz, Higgin, Rude, Tancredi, and Jundif families. We also remember the following people who have died during this season in years past. Giselle Frankfurter, Kurt Frankfurter, Bess Greenberg, Don Greiser, Bessie Hoffing, Bunny Katz, Glenda Krugman, James Krugman, David Levine, Calvin Levinson, Maury Maltz, Walter A. Marks, Mitchell Paul, Esther Pivauer, Louis Sal, Elsie Schachter, Jean Sklar, Arthur Schulman, Mo Schenken, Abe Siegel, Mark Stawisky, William Harry Stern, Ralph Thompson, Eleanor Tilsner, Sylvia Witkowski, Bernard Zwick, and Sidney Remsen. If you have additional names for our Kaddish or Yortzeit list, please put them in the chat window now. Ann Renking, Dr. Lawrence Bassett, Joel Arana, Sylvia Silverman, Jacob Dubowski, and Eileen Sage. If you're currently in the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, I ask you to rise. If you're in the first 30 days of mourning, Shloshim, I'm going to ask you to rise. If you're in the first year of mourning, I'm going to ask you to please rise. If you're observing a Yortzeit, please rise. I'd now like to have the community rise to show their support and their love for all who mourn and for all who remember. If you're looking for the words, the Mourner's Kaddish, it is in your chat window. I just placed it there. The Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yikadash shmei Rabbah, v'alma divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'nechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agalav v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Shishbachata v'nechamata, Tamiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shalom araba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. May the one who makes peace on high grant peace to all who mourn, to all Israel, and to all humankind. And together we say, Amen. You may be seated. We're now going to put our arms around each other for our closing song. If you find that you are alone, you are not alone because we are a community. Look at the screens around you. Reach out to the screens around you. You are never alone if you're part of Kol Tikva. I'm going to kick it to the Cantor so she can lead us in this song.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם.
And now because we are running a little bit behind, we're going to hold up our Kiddush cups right now. And we're going to do a quick Kiddush followed by a Hamotzi. We're going to go directly into the Hamotzi. Okay, Cantor? Okay, Cantor?
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן לחיים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ בתיאבון.
Now I'm going to mute everyone so you can all wish each other a Shabbat Shalom. Let me figure out how I do this one more time. Give me a second. Let me get into my controls. You can now unmute yourselves and say hello.
Shabbat
Shalom. Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Beautiful tribute to Anna.
Love you.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Love you.
Shabbat Shalom, my family.
Hey, Dad.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
But there's too many people.
Stay safe, everybody. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Anna, the very best to you.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Bless you, Anna. We love you, Anna. Take care.
Yeah, Anna, take care. Be safe.
Miss you, Anna.
I'm gonna miss you. When you came for the first time, I really got to
We love
know
you, Anna.
Love you too.
We love you.
Anna, I'm gonna miss you. Anna, I love you so much. I'm glad when you came into our temple. Please come back. Please.
She will, Ricky, she will.
Okay.
Bye. Anna, I miss you already.
Yeah, I miss her too.
Anna, this is for you.
We love you, Anna. Oh, I love it.
Love you, Anna.
Love you too.
Bye, Wayne.
Bye.
The spotlight.
Nice COVID beard.
That's excellent. Oh, David, nice beard. Hey, David.
That was a good one, Adam. It was a good one.
All right. Good night, everybody. Anna,
Night.
I love
Waiting
you.
all night to
Be
say
missed.
that.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Anna. It's not goodbye. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Love you. Thank you, Rabbi. Beautiful.
Anna, I had a million pictures, but literally you were in none of them because I think you took all of them and you gave them to us in a bug. I was like, I found one picture of you with Liam. I'm like,
That's usually
I know there's got to be more. Yeah. But,
I'm sure. Thank you, Karen. Take care.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Thank you.